In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how becoming an entrepreneur could be your pathway to being feminine and free. Now, there are many different ways that you can become feminine and free. So just hear me out as to why becoming an entrepreneur could truly be one of the most powerful ways that you could achieve that, right? First of all, though, we need to understand why we aren't free in working a 9 to 5 in the system or in the matrix, if you like. Now, we need to understand why it's not feminine, right? You will have heard about the patriarchy, capitalism, consumerism, and the kind of world that we have right now. But what does that mean, really? Well, it means that the world that we have right now was made by men for men. And that means that every aspect of the structure of our working schedule, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, having just the odd holiday off, and even the yearly calendar is around men and their energy. So when we work in the system as women, we are inherently brought into a state that is not our natural being, because we don't get up in the morning and go to sleep the same every day, right? We're cyclical. We have different seasons. We ebb and flow. In our relation, we often have lots of energy. We want to be social. In our autumn, in our premenstrual phase, we're feeling more the pull inside. We have not as much energy. And so we need to have the flexibility in our working environment that allows us to honor our cycle if we want to optimize our productivity and if we want to feel truly like women and feminine. So if you're working in the corporate world or in the system in a 9 to 5 and you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling disconnected, you're feeling numb, you're feeling just a lack of purpose and drive or whatever it might be, it's not you. It's not you that's the problem at all. It's the system. It's a sick system. And if women continue in that system, they will get sick because we need that rest. We need that variation in our working structure, right? So the system doesn't support femininity, and it sure as hell doesn't support freedom. You need to check off and book in holidays. You need to ask the man often who is in charge, who working for the business, for permission to do anything. Oftentimes you're managed or micromanaged by people, often men, because men are in positions of power. And so you're really not free as a woman when you work in these environments. So just even for these reasons alone, that was enough to make me go and become an entrepreneur. Now, I've always been a rebel. I nearly got expelled from high school. I've often been called direct, difficult, outspoken. Even in high school, I had the nickname Rebel Rose for a while. And so I really did not respond well to authority. And it got me into trouble in my early life, but I'm really grateful that I had that outlook later on because it allowed me to be like, I can't do this. I'm going to go out and create my own business. And through that process, I've given myself freedom. I now live in Mexico, living the life of my dreams that I longed for so long. And I get to decide when I work, how I work, who I work with, the mission behind my work. And through that process, I feel free. That is freedom, right? Choice is freedom. Feeling free in our body is freedom. And feeling connected to our femininity, that sure as hell makes me feel free. I don't know about you. So a lot of the time, women come to me, they're like, oh, I don't not mind my job, but it's not in alignment, or I don't like my boss, or I have this passion, or this thing lights me up. And they start to talk about their ideas and their visions and or their hobbies, their interests, their passions, and their whole being lights up, right? And it switches on. And then they talk about the job that they have and how restrictive it is. And I can see the contraction coming into their body, and they want to take that leap, but they're afraid. And this is really an illusion that is there in society, in the system, in the matrix. They want you to believe that your 9 to 5 is the only thing that gives you certainty. Um seductive retirement packages, that was the word I was looking for, to other incentives, healthcare incentives, whatever it might be, insurance incentives that keep you in place in a system, gridlocked in a system, and make you feel scared that if that you don't have that, all of this infrastructure in place, that you are going to be vulnerable and that you're going to get sick, or that this bad thing is going to happen to you. But who's to say that you can't create those things yourself? If you wanted to, you can create your own pension. If you want to, you can pay for health insurance if you want to live somewhere else in the world. There's so many other solutions to these problems that are issues that if you want to keep them going, rather than just going along with this system that doesn't support you as a woman, right? So being an entrepreneur allows you to really think outside the box, and it makes you question things, and it makes you take risks. And when we do those things, we get to recreate the rules. We get to recreate the systems so that they honor us and they make us feel good. Otherwise, what the hell's the point in doing it, right? And so when you can align your business strategy and your timetable, your schedule, your calendar to your femininity, to your feminine cycle, your flow, your energy, you feel great. You feel really in your femininity. You don't feel like you're going against your nature. You're actually flowing with it and harnessing its unique gifts at each stage in your cycle. So that is really the crux of how becoming an entrepreneur is the pathway to femininity and freedom. I'm curious what you think about this. If you're a female entrepreneur, how do you feel? Do you still feel trapped? Have you recreated a patriarchal system in your business and actually you still feel really stressed? If so, reach out to me, because I work with lots of women who've done the same thing, and I work with women in how to really bring their business into their feminine so that it's serving you rather than drawing from you. But we kind of need to work at that because we're not taught that at any point in our lives. We're taught to just work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. So yeah, if you're curious about learning more about that, head to my channel. You can click the link. It's www.rosewild.co/risewild method. Let me know in the comments below what are the topics you would like to hear in relation to creating your own business and being a feminine entrepreneur.